Supreme Court has asked the Election Commission to reply to 6 petitions challenging the voter list revision in Tamil Nadu, West Bengal and Puducherry. Political parties including DMK, Congress and CPM have alleged irregularities in the special intensive revision process. The bench of Justice Suryakant and Justice Joy Malia Bagchi has issued notices to the whole panel. Petitioners claim the process lacked transparency and fairness. Court wants the Election Commission detailed explanation before final voter lists are published for upcoming polls. The annual border talk between India and Nepal started today in New Delhi and will continue for 3 days. Senior officials from India, Sashastra Seema Bal and Nepal's Armed Police Force are leading the discussion. This is the first major meeting since the youth-led Gen Z protest in Kathmandu earlier this year. Both sides are expected to discuss improved border security, curbing illegal crossing and strengthening cooperation along their open 1,770-kilometer border. Officials hope the talk will deepen mutual trust and regional stability. YouTuber Jyoti Malhotra from Haryana, accused of spying for Pakistan, has once again sought bail, this time in the Punjab and Haryana High Court. She was arrested in May under the Official Secret Act and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita for allegedly sharing sensitive defense information online. Her plea was earlier rejected by a lower court. Jyoti claims she is innocent and wrongly targeted by false intelligence inputs. Currently lodged in Hisar Central Jail, her case will be heard again soon as investigations continue. The Supreme Court has condemned the assault on 2 Kerala students in Delhi who were attacked for wearing lungis. Justice Sanjay Kumar and Alok Aradhe said such cultural intolerance is unacceptable in a diverse country. The court stated that no one should be mocked or forced to follow a particular dress or language. It directed the central government to take strict action against racial and cultural discrimination. Police are still investigating the attack, which took place near the historic Red Fort. A 758-meter-long bridge named Honky Bridge collapsed in Sichuan province, China after heavy landslides hit nearby hills. Authorities had closed the bridge a day earlier due to visible cracks. On Tuesday, a major section of the bridge fell onto the valley below. Fortunately, there were no vehicles on the bridge at the time and no casualties have been reported so far. Experts believe recent rainfall and shifting soil condition caused the collapse. Rescue and repair teams have been deployed to the area. Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Asif has warned that the country may strike terrorist bases inside Afghanistan following recent attacks in Islamabad and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. He said Pakistan can no longer tolerate cross-border terrorism and will respond strongly. The statement highlights growing tension between the two neighbors. Asif accused Afghan-based militants of orchestrating deadly attacks inside Pakistan. However, the Afghan government has denied this allegation, urging dialogue instead of escalation. A suicide blast near Islamabad District Court killed 12 people and injured 36 others. The attack has exposed internal rift within Pakistan's government. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif blamed India for the incident while Defense Minister Khwaja Asif accused Afghanistan. India has rejected Pakistan's allegations, calling them baseless. The conflicting statement shows rising division within the ruling coalition over handling terrorism. Investigations are ongoing with no group yet claiming responsibility for the deadly explosion. US President Donald Trump has said that foreign students should continue to be allowed to study in America. Speaking at a campaign event, Trump admitted that international students contribute to both the academic and financial strength of US universities. He warned that reducing foreign students' number could lead to several colleges shutting down. His statement marked a shift from earlier restriction during his presidency. Education experts welcome the move, calling it vital for global collaboration and innovation. The stock market opened on a strong note today as the Sensex surged 500 points to cross 84,300, while the Nifty jumped 150 points. Heavy buying was seen in IT and banking stock, leading the market rally. Major gainers included Infosys, HDFC Bank, TCS and ICICI Bank. Experts say strong global cues and positive investor sentiment boosted market confidence. Analysts believe the market may stay bullish if foreign investments continue and inflation remains under control. Team India may face a tough test as 5 key South African players are set to play in the upcoming series. Captain Temba Bavuma has never lost a test match as a skipper, adding confidence to the Proteas side. Off spinner Simon Harmer has taken 1,000 first-class wicket, making him a major threat to Indian batters. With experienced players like Rabada, Markram and Maharaj in form, South Africa looks strong. Experts believe this will be one of India's toughest overseas challenges in this season. Winter has tightened its grip across North India as 11 cities in Madhya Pradesh recorded temperature below 10 degrees Celsius. Cities like Bhopal, Gwalior and Chhindwara are facing chilly morning and foggy nights. The Meteorological Department has issued a cold wave alert in Rajasthan, warning of further temperature drops. In Delhi, air quality has worsened with Wazirpur AQI touching a hazardous 459. Experts advise people to avoid outdoor activities in early mornings and use masks due to heavy smog and pollution. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.